G'day guys, how's it going? It is Jared HD here. Welcome to the 64th episode in our Aston Villa career mode series for FIFA 19. Last episode I did leave you on a little bit of a cliffhanger. We have a few days remaining in January, about a week remaining, and I wanted your guys' opinion on what we should do with the money we have left over. And well, I'm glad I asked the question because a lot of you guys had the same answer, and that was to go ahead and bring Axel Tuanzebe back to Aston Villa. Of course, he was one of our better players in the first season when we got promoted from the championship, so that is my objective today. But it is going to be quite a bloody big episode for us today. We're going to simulate the game against Burnley, and then as we look at February, Tottenham, Olympic Lyon in the round of 16 of the Champions League, Stoke, and then Arsenal. So I will probably play both the Champions League legs and Arsenal just because that is first versus second. But without further ado, let's get into today's episode. So immediately I am headed straight for the transfer hub here, and we're going to go in for Tuanzebe. Could get him quite cheap as well, so I'll probably start off by saying £14 million for him. Would be a handy player to have once we get deep into the season. Let's see what we can do. So we're going to offer a transfer fee to Everton here. £14 million for our former player. They're going to say 16.6 plus a 5% sell-on clause. I'm going to say 15.5 right on his value, and they accept it. Thank you very much, Marco Silva. So we might be able to get this business done before the Burnley game. So how much is he on? He's on 87,000 a week. I'll offer up 92 to 130 and go in for Axel Tuanzebe. Transfer offer for Wan-Bissaka from Atletico Madrid. Straight up gonna reject that one. We are gonna simulate this game here against Burnley at home. However, a little bit more rotational. Ferrari and Pintor into the starting 11. A few players slightly knackered, but we want to make sure we get 3 points here. Lozano making it 1-0 after 11 minutes, which is brilliant to see. Goals galore, Pintor and Tarkowski, and somehow it is 3-1 in our favor. That was a crazy first half, but we are 3-1 up here. We are now 4-1 up, so let's shut up shop. Let's get our good players off. Jesus goes and makes it 5-1. We have scored 5 goals in so many games this season, and that is a resounding result. Of course, Revan's transfer talks have broken down, but we don't care at the moment because Axel Tuanzebe is going to be coming back to Aston Villa. He was with us in Season 1, and now he returns. Welcome back to Aston Villa, Axel Tuanzebe. And just like that, everything feels correct in the universe. So good to have him back. And to be fair, we still have £14 million to work with, so we could probably do some more business here. So here we are on transfer deadline day, 10 hours remaining. We do have £14 million. I haven't had enough time to scout this man, but I'm going to go in for Charlie Musonda as a reserve on the right-hand side, a reserve to Irving Lozano. I don't know how much to offer him. I'm almost certainly going to get walked out of the room and laughed out of the room, but I'm going to say £13 million to start off with. I might be getting a bargain. I might be overpaying. I don't know. Oh, so we're in the ballpark range. £21.9 million I can't do. What did I say before? I think I said 13.9. No, I said 12.9. So let's say 13.6, all that extra change. They're going to have to meet me in the middle here. 21.9 Vitesse. I can't do this. I can't pay that much money for him. 14 million and add a 15, let's say a 10% sell-on clause. Come on, let's make it happen. They're going to take some time to think about it. Unacceptable again. 21.9 is what they've come back with. I'm going to try negotiating again, but in all honesty, my expectations are very low. I don't expect it to go through. So let's see what we can do. So propose new transfer fee. The most I can say is 15.9. So I'm going to say, I think I said 14.9 before, but let's see what they say. 21.9 again. My last offer is going to be 15 million with some sell-on clause, but I honestly don't like our chances because even if that goes through, we're probably not going to be able to afford his wages. 15 million. Oh, 17.8. You've given me hope. They've given me hope, and hope is what kills a man. 15.1. Come on, I'm just trying to think in terms of wages. It would have been alright if Dominic Revan would have gone. 15.1. Bloody hell. So this is a deal that might surprise some of you guys. It is a former Premier League winner. It is Riyad Mahrez. I'm going to try signing him on the cheap just because I'm really worried in case something happens to Lozano that we'll have nobody to replace him if we go deep into the Champions League. Plus, it would be pretty cool to have Mahrez into the club because although his stats have decreased, he's still going to be a quality player. So I'm going to try getting him for as cheap as possible. Hopefully City are willing to play around. I'll take that. £12 million plus a 2% sell-on clause. It might scratch a few heads, but we need some older heads in the club. So in terms of contract, 115,000 is what he is on now. I'll say 120,000. We just want to make sure the Algerian comes. And there it is. Riyad Mahrez accepts the transfer offer. He will be joining us here at Aston Villa this season. Honestly, when I started recording, 13 minutes ago, I did not expect to be signing Riyad Mahrez, but he's now at the club. He's going to be a fantastic improvement and a fantastic player to have in case we have an injury crisis. So there's the cutscene for Riyad Mahrez. I'm very interested to see what the response is in the comment section from you guys. I don't know if you guys are going to love it or not. So a pretty active window for us. Neymar coming in next season, which is just ridiculous. Calvert-Lewin, Twansbe and Mahrez into the club for the second half of the season. And what a second half of the season it is sure to be. We've got Champions League football. All this crazy stuff, let's get into it. Fixture congestion isn't proving to be our friend because I've had to field a somewhat weaker side than I would have liked to as we travel away to Tottenham. Of course, we've got the Champions League game in 3 days' time, and Tottenham have a very good side at this point, so this should be interesting. They do take the lead through Eriksen. We're 2-0 down now. Wow, 2-0 down. Hudson-Odoi gets us a goal back, so we might actually be in with a shot in this game. Mandy makes it 3-1 though, so it looks like, maybe not, I was about to say we're going to cop a loss, but Hudson-Odoi does get us a goal back. Can we rescue a point against Tottenham? No, we can't. It's a 3-2 loss against Spurs. But it is now time for our first taste of knockout football in the Champions League as Lyon come to town. The Champions League round of 16 at Villa Park. We have massive intentions of going all the way in the Champions League this season, so we just need to make sure we're taking it a game at a time, because if we start thinking towards the final when we're only in the round of 16, we are likely to get stumped against Lyon. And Jamal Lascelles. I forgot that we sold Jamal Lascelles to Lyon. Wow. Looking at the other games though, some pretty interesting sides in there. Basel's still in there, Sevilla, Midtjylland, so yes, it's going to be tough. So as we take a look at our starting 11 here, it's not the strongest one in the world. Unfortunately, Militao was suspended for this first leg. We've got Lenny Pintor in there. We've got Davies. Brent has to go on the left-hand side, but it is still a side that I believe will get the job done. And now we're going to take a look at the Lyon side. Lopez in between the sticks. Jamal Lascelles, our former man. Memphis Depay, Theo Hernandez. They've got El Shaarawy and Zuma on the bench. Cliver, Traore, and Dombele. That is a very, very strong starting 11 to start playing it right back, though. Come on. Here we go. Jesus through. Heavy touch. But he finds the back of the net. What a start that is. Probably the dream start as Gabby Jesus, who else, our goal-scoring maestro, gives us the lead 8 minutes into the Champions League round of 16 here. That is an awesome start. We just noticed the number overlap. Drew in one of those defenders. I thought we stuffed it up with the heavy touch, but no, we did not. Class finish from a class player. Here we go, De Jong going here. Davies hits it a little bit too early. If we green time that, I think we go 2-0 up. I timed that just absolutely horribly. And just goes over. Memphis Depay on the attack here for Lyon. We may have dominated the opening few minutes, but we can't allow lapses of concentration because they're going... What? How? They've just belted that one home. How can I stop that shot? That is ultimate for you. What? Wow. So Barnes has just belted that one home from God knows how, what an angle. Look, past that one. Like, what the fuck is that? How can I stop that? Wow, how has he even scored that? Irving Lozano. Come on, we need to get back in front here. Lozano going. Brilliant. Oh, save from Lopez. We do get the corner from it, though. Looking for the head of one of our defenders. Kimpembe flies. Easy save, but they're on the attack here. Diop going through. Oh, nah. Get it. What a save from Pickford. I was about to get really angry because luck was not going to be on our side when that one fell straight to their feet. But what a save that is. Jordan Pickford keeping it at 1-1. Here we go, Julian Brandt on the counter-attack here. We're going to send that one early to Pintor. What a beautiful run. Get past Vallejo. He does. Pintor green times it. What a goal. Let's go. Lenny Pintor. What a finish. Out-muscles Vallejo. Finishes it beautifully and gives us the lead once again here. Oh my, that was a nice goal from him. Beautiful run as well. Look at that. Just out-muscles Vallejo. Very lucky bounce the ball, but my God, that's a good finish. All right, we are going to make a substitution here. It is going to be Frankie de Jong coming off, Callum Hudson-Odoi on. Hudson-Odoi will go to left mid, Brandt back to attacking mid, and Davies to centre mid. Oh, it's a nice ball through there. Going to have to overcommit on Barnes. That one swung into Memphis Depay, whose header bangs off the crossbar. Come on. Through to Hudson-Odoi. Callum, fresh legs off the bench. He's going to drag this one back beautifully. Callum, La Croqueta. Oh, still going to win the ball though. Goes through. Davies, it falls. Pintor 3-1. That is a very fortunate goal, but Lenny Pintor is going to score. Wait, is Leon his former side? I think it just clocked in my mind that Lenny Pintor used to be a Leon man. If so, he scored a brace against his former side. And that is a very, very fortunate bounce the ball. We took the long shot. It fell perfectly, but he didn't fluff his lines. And we are now 3-1 up. There it is, fellas. We take a massive advantage into the second leg in France as we have a 3-1 win against Lyon. The only thing that makes me a little bit worried is that one away goal for Lyon because, for example, if they get a 2-0 win, they'll go through, which could be frustrating. All right, so here we go. It's the FA Cup round of 16. We've been drawn up against Liverpool. In an ideal world, I'd be able to play this game, but this month is just absolutely stacked. So we're going to simulate it. We are able to rock a full-strength starting lineup. We do take the lead through Gabby Jesus, which is brilliant to see. They're rocking a pretty strong side, Liverpool, but for some reason they've gone with Karius ahead of Alisson, but they have got a red card there to Bustos. But Elena equalises. I always notice, as we take the lead again, but I always seem to notice that when teams get red cards during simulations, they always seem to perform better. We're 2-1 up now. We're going to hold on. We hold on. So into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup we go. A big scalp under our hats as we take down Liverpool. And another simulated game here in the Premier League as we are versing Stoke City at home. Once again, fixtures have slightly slowed up, but it sucks because the Arsenal and Lyon game like 3 or 4 days between one another. And regardless, we're trying to get a win here. We took the lead, but Shaparenko did equalise. Jesus does put us back in front though. Let's hope we can carry on and just get another 5-1 win. As we move into the second half, Lozano makes it 3-1. That's brilliant to see. Half an hour remaining in this clash. Twanzebe coming on. 15 minutes to go. It looks like we're going to hold on for the win. Jesus makes it 4-1. So that's another big emphatic win. So here we go. Once again, it is first versus second, but now we are only about, I think after this game, there'll be 10 games remaining in the Premier League season. So we win here. We open up a massive advantage for ourselves. If Arsenal win, then that's the title race definitely back on. Right now, we are in an awesome position. I think we're 5 points ahead of Arsenal. Hopefully, they show us the table, but we need to get that 8-point gap. So this is the Arsenal starting 11. Leno is the man in between the sticks for the Gunners. Once again, just like the last time they faced us, a 5 at the back formation. Coates, Stones, all those players. They've got Llorente and Auer in the midfield who we're going to have to watch out for. Goretzka, and then Mateta and Haller. So it's basically the same side they rocked against us last time. But here is our starting 11. And whilst picking this side, I had to focus on this game, but also keep one eye open for the game against Lyon in 3 days' time. Frankie de Jong in the midfield there. I have decided to put Lozano and Hudson-Odoi out wide. Ferrari comes into attacking midfield, whilst it is going to be, it didn't show it, but it's Calvert-Lewin and Silva up front. Pretty cagey start to this one so far, but we do find ourselves on the attack. We're going to go through there. Hudson-Odoi just puts it over. Oh, wow, that's a ball and a half. Auer, he hasn't given himself a good... That was a terrible angle ran from Auer. He should have cut back in. Oh, shit. A lot of Arsenal numbers. We've gotten half the ball to it, and they've... You can't give the AI that sort of space, Jared. I got half a foot on the ball and thought we'd stopped it, and then it fell perfectly to Auer, but I didn't put enough pressure on them quickly. Like, look at this. Our defensive shape was all over the spot. We got half a boot on it. It fell perfectly to Auer again. Kimpembe couldn't make up the ground, and Auer has made it 1-0 in favour of Arsenal. Come on, lads, counter-attacking time. De Jong winning the 50-50 there. It's been a shocker of a second half from probably both sides, but we're coming through now. Calvert-Lewin, show me why you deserve more game time, mate. He's going to find Lozano, who's going to find Hudson-Odoi. Oh, what a save! Oh, Leno's predicted that perfectly. We did everything there except finish. It was probably going wide as well. Come on, counter-attack. There's been very minimal highlights in this game. It's been a cagey affair, but can we get a highlight right at the end of it? We're going to go through. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit the fucking post. Are you kidding me? Oh, how have we not equalised? It's still on, though. Come on. Oh, what are you doing, Lozano? Put pressure on him. Win that ball. Come on, win it. Oh, they clear it away somehow. Oh, and of course he's found him like that. Oh, we're going to cop an L here, aren't we? Shit, lads. They might even get a second goal for their troubles. Joelinton going in there. Headed away from Militao. Hoof it upfield. What the fuck, Calvert-Lewin? Oh, man. Just blow the... There it is. So, we have opened the title race right back up for Arsenal. A 1-0 loss in a game to forget. That's such a typical sort of first versus second game. They seem to always be cagey affairs with Arsenal. And there's another one. We need to put that disappointing Arsenal game into the back of our memories because we have a Champions League quarterfinal to qualify for. God damn it. We currently hold a 3-1 lead against Lyon here. But if they win this 2-0, they go through on away goals rules. So it is pivotal, obviously, that we keep a clean sheet. But I really want us to get an away goal on the board nice and early. So this is the Lyon starting 11, and from what I can see here, it looks like it's the exact same side they had in the first leg. Kondogbia might have been dropped to the bench, but that is a very strong side. We felt their effect at times in the last game, and we definitely have to be on our toes. And as we look at our side, it is a little bit of a makeshift side. This is 3 days after the Arsenal game, so a few rotational players in there. I've put Twansbe into right back, Lars Lucas May into defensive midfield, Rose is starting, Davies in attacking midfield, Pintor and Riyad Mahrez making his debut. Early throw in here, Brandt going to Jesus. Jesus going to Davies. Davies red times it. Still on though. May wins the ball. Lenny Pintor. Jesus. Davies. Mahrez. First shot as a Villa player, and it's a one to forget. From the attack here, Lyon. They go to Ndombele, who hits it and just misses. That was a worrying sign. And Ndombele on the attack for Lyon. They've been alright here. Barnes. Up against Davies. Goes to Depay. Gets put on his ass. They take a touch. They go through. Isn't that good? Here we go. May. Going here to Davies, who goes to Jesus. Brandt. La Croqueta. Come on, lads. We go to Pintor. Lenny. Over the top. Jesus. Heads it. Gets the away goal. What technique from Gabby Jesus. That is what we were after. Wow. I thought he was offside for sure. Look at this. We play a beautiful over-the-top through ball. So much work for Jesus to do on that angle, but wow, if he hasn't been our player of the year, then I don't know who is. This man has been a series changer for us, and he puts us 4-1 up with a huge away goal. Brandt Over the top. Jesus slips in behind. It's an unfortunate bounce, but it's another class finish. Let's go. Surely that's going to be it. Gabby Jesus, 5-1 up, 2 away goals. Wow, Lyon need to score 5 goals in the second half now. Just like that, Lyon had been dominating the majority of possession, but 5 minutes of magic from Gabby Jesus, and we are in an awesome position. 1 foot into the quarterfinals. Come on, can we get Jesus a hat-trick? I've lined up for him to come off. He hits it, deflected. Oh, that was almost a hat-trick. But that is going to be his final inclusion of the game. I thought I may as well just get him off. Play safe than sorry. Have him fully fit for the next game and bring Calvert-Lewin on for the second half. We do have the corner though. Brandt in there. Mahrez, no, Militao, saved. Oh, Eder Militao almost basically confirmed our result. Calvert-Lewin on the attack. Going here to Julian Brandt. Brandt, dragging it back. Along the ground, Davies puts it over. So much space, that would have just about killed it off. But we have put in a terrible finish there. Trying to keep him offside. Depay. Going there to El Shaarawy. He goes to Barnes. Barnes up against Militao. Well blocked, but it falls to Depay again, who goes to Kondogbia. Barnes. We're trying to defend. No shot. They get the shot, but it's saved from Pickford. Good stuff. Lars Lucas May will be coming off for the final few moments of this game. Coming off for Francesco Ferrari. He's absolutely knackered, but what a performance it has been. Good stuff from Davies. Oh, going Ferrari. Going through. Calvert-Lewin. The shot. The save there from Lopez. That's going to be the final play of the game, you would assume. There it is. We head to the Champions League quarterfinals in emphatic style. Heading into the game, I was quite nervous that we would bottle the 2-goal advantage, but we just carried on, kept calm, and head through to the quarterfinals 5-1 on aggregate. A disappointing training injury here on the 1st of March. Twanzebe, our new signing, has broken his toe, so he's going to be spending about the next 6 weeks out of action. That's disappointing because he was pretty good against Lyon. But lads, that is where today's episode will be coming to a conclusion. As you can see, we have a 2-point advantage at the top of the Premier League table with 10 games to go. So every game is important. Next month is going to be quite a good one. We have games against Bournemouth. We have the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. And we have games against both Manchester clubs. So very excited to see what happens. We probably will end up having the Champions League games in there as well because they haven't been scheduled yet, but we will have to wait and see about that. But anyways, lads, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you leave a like on the video. Scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. I'll see you for the next one. It's been Jared HD here. I am out. Peace.